We were just talking about Diddy. Did he do it? We don't know. He probably did.
He for sure did. I mean, like, that fool is arrested.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people that are like, yeah, he did it. He did it.
Yeah, he did it. Mm-hmm. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm so thirsty.
Oh, you should enjoy that.
God damn!
Remember when we used to be so careful
To not have mouth sounds?
any outside sounds? How's it going?
Very good. I am just so happy to be back from our little vacation.
We went on vacation. Did you guys miss us?
Some people did.
And we're back.
And we're back. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. It feels weird to be here.
It does. Like 1 week, we're rusty.
Yeah, I know. What do we do? Hello. Hi, guys.
What do I do with my hands?
Jazz hands.
Should we just start? What's your goddamn?
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, no. So you know how I'm like the gross one and we already know it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
We're going back to pantry moths, guys. Listen, don't change it. It's not, somebody's like, I don't want to talk about pantry moths the first time they listen to us.
They're like, is this the same episode?
I don't think, whoever told me to listen to them was wrong. No. Oh my God. Okay. So when I had first talked about pantry moths forever ago as one of my goddams, somebody had written in and they were like, Jesus Christ, good fucking luck. Like, you might as well burn your house down. Those things are impossible to get rid of. And they gave a lot of tips. I took a lot of their tips and I got these little sticky traps and it's got like pheromones on it or whatever. And I had cleaned out my entire thing and repainted and relined the whole pantry and got rid of all the fucking boxes and cleaned it. And I have been like a psycho in that cabinet. Anytime anything's out of place, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, we left for Boston.
Yep.
And before we left for Boston, I had seen a moth or two in there. And I was like, motherfuck.
Motherfuck.
Exactly. Motherfucking fuck. And I was like, we got to keep the fucking pantry door shut. Like, because sometimes our door stays open and flies and shit will come in. So I'm like, at least keep the pantry door shut because it's fucking possible to get anybody to shut the screen around here. And so I wasn't thinking anything of it. I put one of those little traps up, went to Boston, came home. That pantry was shut for an entire fucking 7 days. Oh my God. Oh my God. The amount of moths stuck to that thing. My food is in there.
Oh.
My food is in there. There's so many moths. I sent you the picture immediately.
You did.
And I was like, Erin, don't eat any food at my house. This
Ever.
is atrocious, disgusting. What the fuck is going on? That's not even the end of my story.
Oh, no.
It gets so much worse.
What happened?
Oh my God. Okay. So we just got home. Like, it's Friday now and we got home Tuesday fucking night.
Yeah.
So I didn't find this shit out till Wednesday, I don't know, something. I had work, whatever. Anyway, the point being, I'm planning to fix it this weekend. Like, I'm going to clean out my pantry and do all that shit. But yesterday, I went to go grab a piece of paper off the table and there was a maggot, but not a maggot, like a mealworm.
Ew.
On the table. And
Your kitchen table?
My kitchen table, like on a piece of paper that was on the kitchen table. And I was like, what the fuck? And the paper was under another paper kind of. So I was like, is there something stuck to the bottom of it? And I was looking around, there's nothing there, right? So I was like looking at the plant, seeing if it had like infested with flies or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like a long one. It wasn't like the little maggots for a fly. And I'm like, that is so weird. So I just threw it in the trash. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird. And kind of looked around, didn't see anything else.
I'm itchy.
And then I forgot about it. Erin, it gets so much worse.
Oh, no.
And then I forgot about it. And then last night, I was sitting in the kitchen and we're doing all of the fucking kids' homework that we did not do on the trip, which should really be my goddamn.
Yeah. That shit was rough.
Coming
back.
And Lee is doing something in the corner and he's picking up something off the ground with a tissue. And he goes, these fucking worms on the ceiling. What? Come again?
What?
And then I'd laugh because I said come. But like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Worms
Who says that?
on the
What?
ceiling.
Exactly. I was like, what are
In
you
like
talking
an
about?
exasperated, these
how
motherfucking
annoying.
worms on this
Yeah.
motherfucking ceiling.
Like, this homie's been tromping around our life all fucking day and knowing that there's worms on the ceiling and doesn't give a girl a heads up.
They could just fall at any moment.
Oh my God. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, the worms are on the ceiling. It's from the moths. Like, they're hatching.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Did not know that's how they hatch. Excuse the fuck out of me? What? Why are they going to the ceiling?
That is so
You can fucking
gross.
Google it. People are like, if you're finding worms falling from your ceiling, it's a moth problem. Get these moth traps.
I'm so itchy. You let me be in your kitchen. You whore.
Wait. There's more.
Did you fucking get them off?
Yeah.
Oh
So that I was going to say, there's
my
so
hands
much
are
more.
sweaty.
We have been like the moment we found that trap like that, we started looking around and there was moths all over the kitchen. So we've been killing them, right? Like smushing them or hitting them with a fly swatter. If you look at my ceiling, there's all these little fucking black marks now from the fucking wings. But I'm not going to repaint until I can fix this.
Oh my God. What are you just going to paint over them?
I think I have to get my fucking house
you have to dust it off. Just brush it with a broom.
won't. Well,
You don't have popcorn ceilings. Just broom that bitch.
You go broom. It's guts. I'm smashing. I don't know what to do.
Are they hardy moths?
No, they're like little tiny.
It's
They're
just dust, bitch. Just broom it off. You'll
Whatever.
be fine.
We're just leaving the spots for now. Those are my dead soldiers at
Fair.
the moment. So
Fair.
if you look around, when
gotta
you go in
leave
there,
the
you'll see
heads
'em.
on stakes or spikes or whatever.
Exactly. They need to know what they're fucking in for. Tell your other moth friends
Just
and your
make sure
worms
that-
and shit.
They're all dead. Because I swear to God, if a fucking worm lands on me.
Oh, no. Here is the end of the story. Like I said, we were smushing the moths before. And so then now I'm like hyper aware of the ceiling and looking. And I've only found 3. So many.
So many.
But that doesn't mean shit. You should look at my ceilings when you walk around. But right before you had gotten here, we did a sweep. Don't worry.
Thank God.
I've been doing a sweep all day. I've been home all day. Anytime I go in the kitchen, I'm like, are there any fucking worms? And I turn off the lights so I can see if there's any like around the edges of, because you know it like blasts the light out.
blinds you.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
What have I done to deserve this?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it feels sort of like some biblical bullshit. Like worms falling from the ceiling, moths just everywhere. There was a moth here. Oh my God, I forgot. Something else terrible happened. We had a box of chocolate donuts on the counter, like the Intamins chocolate donuts. And before school, the kids were like, can I have a donut? My older one asked, can I have a donut? I was like, sure, babe. I don't fucking care.
Did you have them there since before Boston?
Yeah.
We were there for a week.
Yeah. Well,
Those
they're
bitches-
chocolate donuts.
Okay. Were they open?
Yeah, but they were still in the box.
Those are pretty done.
I don't know. I didn't give a fuck. We were like, I was trying to get ready for work and shit. Had to go to the
You're like,
office.
peace be with you.
Yeah.
Do they look good? Yeah.
Have a donut.
Yeah.
And then the little one was like, can I have a donut too? And I was like, sure. And I was right by the box. So I opened it up. I palmed the donut and I handed it to the kid, like with it in my hand or whatever. He picked up the donut and there was a moth in my hand when he picked up the donut.
Oh no.
And I went, ooh. And he got scared and he was like, what was it? And I was like, nothing. Because
Actually, maybe something. Can I see that donut?
I didn't. I was like in such a hurry. I was like, that's weird. I wonder how I got that moth on my hand.
Oh my
Erin,
God.
it's so much worse.
Oh my
And
God.
then when I got home that day, I went to go grab the box because I was like clearing the counter and doing dishes and stuff. My house is so dirty. I'm like trying to get caught up, right? And I moved the box and a moth fluttered out and I was like, what the fuck? And I opened it. There were so many goddamn moths in that box.
Oh my God.
So many fucking moths.
Had your other kid already grabbed one?
They both ate it. They ate the entire thing. I found that later. They're going to have worms. I don't know what to do. They didn't get sick. They're fine. I mean, it's only been a day.
Did you Google if you can eat pantry worms?
No, I don't want to know.
I'll tell you.
Ugh, I'm just basing it off of symptoms. There's no way. I should probably get some dewormer. They're going to be like, Mommy, why do I have to take this? They don't know they ate moth.
Consuming a pantry moth is essentially harmless to a human.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, you can eat pantry moths without getting sick, though it is not recommended.
What about like I don't know what their eggs look like.
They're not dangerous. They're not known to carry diseases or parasites, and they don't produce toxins. You've probably already eaten them.
Don't you finish it with that. You know what I
That's
think
what
it is?
says.
You know what I think it is? Because I have been so meticulous with that.
They can provide protein.
Oh, good.
You're such a good mom. You just gave them a little extra protein.
I can always count on you to make me feel better about my motherhood.
Chocolate donuts, nope, healthy. Not if I sprinkle some protein on it.
God, I'm like the worst. This is so dumb. I was going to say if my kids are listening and it's like years later.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to find out eventually.
They're probably eating crickets right now.
Honestly.
By choice.
They take after you. They're going to have worse in their mouth. They'll be fine.
Exactly. So what's your goddamn?
Well, my goddamn is that I have a couple.
Uh-oh.
So my child, my sweet baby boy, apparently he had like a blister or something on his heel before we went to Massachusetts. And then we went to Massachusetts. We played in a beach. We played in a lake. We did a lot of bullshit. And we came back from Massachusetts. And the next night, he was like, hey, Ma, check this shit out. And he shows me his ankle where the blister was. I didn't know it was a blister, but apparently it was a blister before. And he was like, this hurts a lot. And I look at it, and it's an abscess now. And I didn't really recognize it as that. I was like, maybe it's just a blister. Like, I'll pop it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So then I do that. I go to pop it, and he's like, wow, this sucks a lot. It hurts a lot, blah, blah. And I really didn't get anything out of it. And I was like, whatever, right? So then Brandon tried the next night because it, again, got a little, like, swellier. We're like, that's gross. So then Brandon tried to pop it. Didn't work. So today we went to the doctor. They popped it, gave him antibiotics. He's a fucking champ. He's going to get better. But that was my adventure of coming back from
That was
Boston.
your OG goddamn.
That was my OG goddamn, yeah.
And this is the part 2.
And then part 2 is, as I was driving back from the doctor, I called Brandon because I was like, hey, you might have to get second kid because I've got first kid, right? And then he was like, yeah, actually, can you get her? Because I came outside. He opened the garage door to go out to get her. Like, oh, I'll just fucking beat it, right?
Yeah.
And a sheriff was in our driveway.
Sheriff?
Which is not easy to get to.
No,
Like,
that's a weird place for a sheriff to be.
It's a real weird place. And he was over by the chicken coop. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What, do you have to permit or something? Did somebody call the city on you? What the
imagine?
fuck?
No.
What a fucking white bitch problem to have, too.
Well, keep listening.
Oh,
So
no.
Brandon goes out and he's like,
Can I help you?
Hello? And the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry to bother you. We're looking for someone. And Brandon was like, oh.
Oh,
like
no.
Here, right? And he said, yeah.
He's armed.
He would have run up this way. Like, from wherever he was fucking gallivanting, they're hunting for someone. He would have run up through our yard. And
Was Brandon like, I ain't no snitch?
No, Brandon was like, what did he do? And the cop said, quote, I don't know, I think he stabbed someone.
Fuck that.
So
Fuck that. You white bitch problem.
So we had that running around, and then the helicopter came out, and
They brought out the heli.
yeah, and they were looking for it, and so I'm sure Brandon assisted in the search, but then I had to get second kid.
Oh
and
my God.
I was coming home, and I was like ready to join the hunt. I don't know.
Yeah. Where are we at?
I promised my kids lights and sirens and sheriffs. I don't
You
know.
gotta stop
a
doing that.
helicopter.
You don't have a good track record.
I don't.
They're
I don't.
never there.
They weren't. Again, everyone was gone. I was like, I guess they found them. We got nothing. So then that was my other goddamn. It's just that, it's kind of fun to come out and see sheriff outside.
Absolutely. Running in your backyard.
What a good day.
Looking for somebody who or stabbed somebody.
Yeah. It was probably
Jesus fucking
domestic. I
Christ.
don't think he's just out there stabbing,
No, for sure. He's not going to stab you.
I would think. Yeah.
Unless you get in the way. So,
But
I
I
ain't
won't.
no snitch.
I mind my business.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to bring my kids upstairs.
But I will watch from the balcony.
Yeah.
Yes. Do the window thing.
Yeah.
Crinkle it. I want to see it all. I won't be involved.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. To be a fly on the wall.
Honestly.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my goddamn.
Love it. Well, goddamn.
Well, are you ready to talk about murder?
Yep.
Okay, are you ready here
Yes.
for episode 313?
Absolutely.
I hope you all enjoyed the break. Welcome back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Where we just talk over each other. Poor Dylan is really like, fucking shut up, Stacey.
So speaking of Dylan,
Yeah.
this one was written by Dylan.
I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. He did some research for us. I did change the order of some things and kind of...
Because he's a
added
fucking
little bit
idiot?
more. No, God, no.
I'm just kidding.
Just because when I read it, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
You know?
Like,
So,
you're the guinea pig to
Exactly.
see what the audience will understand.
exactly. So, we're going to go on this journey together.
I love it.
Are we ready?
Have you read it?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh,
And I
okay.
changed some things. I just
Okay.
said that.
Oh, duh. I remembered that.
All right, we're going to talk about Tara Marie Serino.
Ooh.
Okay. The story takes place near Allentown, Pennsylvania in 2017.
Okay.
We have Christopher Ryan Tucker, a first name having motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. Christopher Ryan.
34 years old.
What's the name of the dude in Winnie the Pooh? Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin. Yeah. Nope, he's Christopher Ryan Tucker. Which Dylan also wanted to point out that his name is Chris Tucker.
It is Chris Tucker. Do you think he ever got confused
with who he was?
Chris Tucker. Yeah.
Probably.
Didn't know if I needed to finish that
Probably often. Out there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Then we have Tara Marie Serino, who was 19 years old.
Okay.
So he was 34, she was 19.
Jeez.
They are dating.
No.
Ew.
Well, they have the same last name.
No. Tucker and Serino.
My bad. When you said the title of the episode or whatever, and you said Serino, I was like, Serino in my head.
So then you're like, that's the bad person's name.
That's his name.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Anyway, go ahead.
So they are dating. Gross, right?
Ew. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Tara had graduated from Parkland High School in 2015, and she was an artsy type who loved photography and the outdoors.
Okay.
And Chris had a long history of mental illness.
Oops.
And was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2006.
Okay.
His illness caused manic episodes, including delusions and hallucinations.
Uh-oh.
And during an episode, he typically believed that he was on a mission from the government. Okay.
I could probably get along with this guy pretty well. I'd be like, excuse me, tell me more.
What are they telling you?
Yeah. I'd like to, I'm interested.
Well, it's probably not good to have two of them in the same room, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So since 2006, Chris has been hospitalized for this several times.
Okay.
Okay?
Now,
Now,
it's a known issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how they got together, but I immediately hate their age difference, right?
Absolutely. And it feels weird that, well, I guess she could be manipulated by him. Yeah, never mind.
So Chris lives in Berks County and Tara lives in Lehigh County, but they were only like 30 minutes away from each other.
Oh, okay.
Right? So according to Google Maps, Chris was living in a single wide trailer on a spooky little road next to a farm.
That sounds interesting.
It is worth noting that I probably only think it's spooky because it's like a tree-lined road and it was taken in winter, so all the trees are dead. And I'm like, oh, there's bad vibes here.
For sure. And you know the rest of the story.
And it's a single wide trailer.
That bitch didn't even have a double wide.
I mean, he had a shed, though. There was a shed. I don't know if there was a shed during the time of the story.
Oh,
but
okay. You saw a
that's
shed.
nice, you know?
That is nice.
So,
place to store your shit. It's great.
Yeah, it doesn't all have to go inside. Either way, I think I was probably just scared of winter.
Yeah.
So, a friend, Chad Flight, who knew them both.
Chad Flight?
Mm-hmm. His first name was Chad. His last name was Flight.
Do you think he has a nickname?
Chad. He knew them both and said that they had been dating for 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
According to Chris, he and Tara had only been dating for 3 months. But either way.
What?
Either way, Chad seemed to be better friends with Chris, and he said that he felt bad for Tara for not knowing Chris's mental illnesses and kind of what she was getting herself into.
Oh, so she did not know.
I mean, she might have
Found out.
known, but like not seen.
Yeah.
If they were only together for like 3 to 5 months.
Yeah. Sort of like when somebody is like, I'm so depressed all the time, but then they're like normal.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Like, okay. And then they hit the depression and you're like, whoa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess Chad had taken Chris to the hospital multiple times in the past. So they seem like pretty good friends, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the couple had gotten into an argument a couple of days before, but they were going to hang out on October 30th.
Okay.
So Chris came to pick Tara up from her house.
Is that like the day before Halloween?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
spooky.
All Hallows Eve. Or is that the day of Halloween? That's probably that one. This is All Hallows Eve.
The eve of.
Yes, the
The
eve of
eve.
All Hallows Eve. He went to pick her up.
Yeah.
And Tara was last seen by her father shortly after 12:30 a.m. on October 30th, 2017. It was a Monday.
Did he know? Well, I guess she's 19. Okay.
Yeah, and she was leaving with Chris from her Lehigh, Pennsylvania home.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad, Fred, said that when she left, she had said that she would call in a little while to let him know that she was okay.
Okay.
But he never received a call.
Great. That sucks.
Yeah, so the next day at around 9:30 p.m., he contacted the police for a welfare check. So it's Halloween now, right?
Okay.
That is Tuesday.
Does he know where to go?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, his house, Chris's house.
Yeah, but does the dad know where Chris's house is?
I don't know, but the police probably do.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like...
I don't know.
I'm not judging. I'm just like, damn, 9:30? I guess she's 19.
She's 19.
I know. I
She's
keep
doing
forgetting.
her
In
thing.
my mind, they're always like 12 or something in
Right.
their stories. So.
Yeah. No, she was just staying the night with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Possibly 2 nights. We've all done that and
For
not called.
sure.
Sorry,
yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Tuesday now, the next day, around 9:30 p.m., and the troopers went to Chris's home.
Uh-huh.
Went to Chris's home that night, but they were unable to contact anyone inside.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just a welfare check, and they didn't have any reason to suspect anything, so they left.
Okay. Hate it.
Hate it. So
Get
the
it?
next day, Wednesday, Chris's dad, John, showed up at Tara's dad's house with Tara's purse, her ID, her medication, and a wallet that he had found at Chris's house.
That's fucking suspicious.
Okay,
And why was Chris's dad in Chris's house? Looking for Chris?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So apparently, he had gotten a call that his son had been hospitalized.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So he went to Chris's home, and he found the front door closed but unlocked,
Okay.
and a front window was broken. So he went inside, and he found Tara's stuff and decided to return it to Tara's dad.
Okay. That's
He
nice.
told Fred
A
that,
clue.
yeah, hey, a clue, here's all our shit.
Hey, look what I found.
Yeah, do you want this? He told Fred that Chris had been committed to a psych ward in Illinois.
Oh my God.
Which is like 13 hours away.
What?
Yeah. But Tara wasn't with him.
Poor Fred.
Yeah. So
Oh,
now
no.
Fred, Tara's dad, right,
Uh-huh.
reported Tara missing that day and gave the police the items that he had gotten from Chris's dad and was like, she was
Help.
last seen with Chris Tucker, who's apparently in a psych ward now, right?
Yeah.
Kind of scary. So police classified Tara as an endangered missing person. So like now, we're actually looking,
Right.
right? Turns out there was some red stuff on the purse. And so the police hit up that blood test dude. And it was confirmed to be blood.
Uh-oh.
So now, apparently, Detective Miller, they say this like we know him. That's a little side note from Dylan. Makes me laugh.
Old Detective Miller shows up.
Old Detective Miller comes on the case. He does a little search for Chris, and he finds out he had been hospitalized in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wow, he's not a very good detective. We already knew that.
We already knew that. He's like, found him, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, he had been on a farm in a cornfield near a
What?
truck stop.
What?
He was trying to break into a farm combine with the farmers still inside.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So when the cops showed up, they said,
You can't do that, sir.
you can't fucking do that. And
Yeah.
they said he's acting strange and not making any sense. He's belligerent, right?
Uh-oh.
And so they transported him to the hospital and called his dad. Like, he's
You're
here.
gonna need to come get this.
Can you come pick him up? He's causing a ruckus, right?
His 39-year-old son.
Yeah. 34.
Oh, 34. My bad.
Turns out Chris's truck had broke down and he was trying to steal a tractor to get away,
Could you imagine?
right? It
What if it worked?
Slow speed chase. Do you remember when someone stole a tank here in
No.
fucking Mission Valley?
No? Somebody stole a tank?
Somebody stole a tank.
Who's got a fucking tank in Mission Valley?
I don't remember, but someone stole a tank.
What?
And they fucking drove
Was
it
it
around
like on
Mission Valley.
display in a fucking
I don't
exhibit?
remember. I don't remember. Google it. It's a really
Like,
fun.
I bet I
There's,
could run this thing.
there's videos of the whole thing.
I need to watch it. Maybe I kind of remember. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
I
big,
remember that.
big to do for a while. I think.
Clearly, I was not in the to-do crowd.
No, we didn't hang out in Mission Valley.
Nah.
So, apparently, his truck had broken down. Right? He was gonna fucking get away on a combine harvester or some shit. And then
It's a
Detective
fucking road grader.
yeah. And then Detective Miller our boy,
Uh-huh.
he contacted the hospital where Chris was at to be like, hey, where's Tara, right?
Uh-huh.
And Chris seems to be a little hazy on the details.
Okay.
He says he last saw Tara 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Well, and then he was like, maybe it was like a few days ago.
What?
And then absolutely certain it was 5 to 7 days ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And so they're like, all right, we're going to head to the hospital and talk to him, right?
Yeah.
So a doctor at the hospital was like, yeah, Chris just seems tired, but he can answer...
He's just tired and hungry.
He's just tired and hungry. He's a little cranky.
Gets
but
a little confused sometimes.
he can answer questions. It's cool. Like, he knows what's good. Right. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So he is with it.
He's with it.
He's
yeah.
not, like, out of it again.
No.
He's not belligerent.
Yeah, he's fine. So local police officers arrived at the hospital, and they chatted with Chris in a conference room.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris told the officers that his medication was making it so that he couldn't understand them. And then the doctor...
Get the fuck out of here.
And the doctor was like, no, he didn't get any medication that would do that. And like
He's of sound mind.
he's of sound mind, and this consent is super valid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dylan's side note is, who knew someone else could give consent for you?
I guess a doctor can.
Valid point. I don't know. Can a doctor give consent for you? I feel like they can't.
Well...
Do you consent to this surgery? Sure you do.
Well, when
That
you're...
sounds terrible.
They have like that citizens rule or something like that, where if somebody is passed out and it's for their safety,
Yeah, that's true.
then it's...
But if you're
consent.
with it and like coherent and you're like, no, someone else can't be like, they mean yes.
100%.
So Chris had been given medication, but nothing that would have sedated him or disrupted communication, according to that doctor, right?
Yeah. Comprehension.
Right. So the doctor also said that Chris signed into the hospital voluntarily as well as agreeing to take any medication, right?
Okay.
Chris was never restrained or held against his will, and he was never forced to participate in these interviews.
All right.
In the hospital conference room, Chris was asked about some marks that he had on his hands, to which Chris said that he got at work.
Okay.
He, at another time, said that he got them doing sneak attacks at an Illinois rest stop.
Sneak attack.
Dylan's
Just like
note
fucking
is...
rolling around on the ground.
I don't know what it is.
Sneak attack.
Dylan said, what am I missing out on by not going to truck stops or rest stops?
An interesting...
Sneak attacks.
Yeah, interesting crowd, huh?
Chris later said that he got those hand injuries doing martial arts.
Oh my god,
So-
he knows martial arts?
Apparently, man of many talents.
Wow, it seems like it.
Yeah. At one point, Chris was asked if he was concerned that Tara was missing, and he assured them that he was not. Phew.
He really did?
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm sure she's fine. I'm not concerned.
Oh, okay. So he's like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal that you can't find her.
He's like, please stop looking.
Yeah. And then he let them know that he did not harm her,
For sure was not him.
and they were like, we didn't ask.
Oh no, it's not going well for him.
No. So then this entire first interview took about 20 minutes, and officers indicated after the interview that they didn't believe Tara to be harmed, but just missing, right? Because they
Okay.
don't know that the blood was found on the purse or whatever, right?
Okay, yeah.
They don't know any of that. They were just local police, and all they were told beforehand was that maybe some of Tara's belongings were found in Chris's home and that she was missing and that he may have been the last to see her.
Right. Okay.
So they're like, yeah, I don't know. He seems fine. It
Yeah,
doesn't-
everything's fine.
Yeah,
Nothing to
everything-
worry about.
Everything checks out here, right? At this time, the real investigators arrive at the hospital to talk to Chris.
The
right?
real ones show up.
Like the detectives who are like, don't worry, guys.
You mean D. Miller?
Not D. Miller, not Detect Miller. He was still back in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But he will be consulted by phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Thank God.
the real investigators show up. Now, Chris is still just sitting in the conference room, not handcuffed or under arrest or anything, right? He's just chilling. They ask Chris the same questions as before. And this time, the investigators leave the room to call up fucking homie Detective Miller.
Okay,
right?
D-Mill.
And Miller smells some bullshit.
All
He's
right.
like, I don't think that's true. Press him
love
on
it.
it, right?
I love it.
So the investigators go back into the conference room where Chris is, and they press him on his story a little bit, and he just spews.
Really?
Yeah. He says, you want to know what happened to her? And the detective was like,
Yeah.
sure,
Sure, I mean, if you're willing.
I guess. And he says, quote, I will tell you what happened. I fucking killed her. Gasp. God damn it.
Clutch your pearls.
Hanging out too much.
Honestly.
But before making this statement, investigators noted that Chris looked bored and sleepy in his chair and
He's like inconvenienced.
literally inconvenienced to be there. And then when he said this, he like popped up out of his chair, looked him in the eyes and was like, I fucking killed her. And then he got hyped.
And he was stoked to talk about his kill.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And he became incredibly engaged and direct. So Chris was given his Miranda rights, and he was like,
hold up.
Yeah, like, before you go on, here are your Miranda rights. And he was like, yeah, everything's fine. I understand. I consent. I do not want a lawyer. I just want to finish this sick-ass story. Right?
Yeah. I just want you to hear some cool shit that I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Now, apparently, Chris had asked Tara to marry him.
Oh.
And she was like, no, thank you.
Nah, brah.
She was like, no, and also, I've been seeing other people.
Clutch the pearls.
Yeah.
No.
Gasp. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And
Old Tucker didn't like it?
Nope, he didn't like it, and I guess they got into an argument, and then allegedly, she told Chris that he should just kill her.
What?
And so Chris was like,
This story does not track.
okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
I suppose. He described...
I suppose.
If I must. He described in detail that he murdered Tara, even correcting investigators when they asked clarifying questions. He would get up and pace, sort of like he was giving a TED Talk.
Oh, no.
And Chris told officers that he had strangled Tara to death, gouged out her eyes by shoving his fingers into her sockets.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
And then smashed her head in with a 25-pound weight. He said that she, quote, needed him to kill her and that it was, quote, necessary for God that he, quote, liberate her soul.
Nope. That's not how we do it.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Send some fucking prayers and good vibes, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you can liberate my soul. Just thinking about you. Don't.
I wish you wouldn't.
Please stop. I can feel it.
Ugh. Want to be left alone.
And then Chris told investigators that she was an agent for the government.
Oh, that's an interesting twist.
Yeah, and so there you are.
So there you are.
So there you are.
Do
I
we
don't
have
know.
any more info? Like, what's she doing for the government? What's he got that she's going to get after that he's so worried about?
He didn't say.
He's like fucking growing shrooms or something? I don't know.
You know?
Didn't say. He's just like, it's true, though.
It was also found that he chopped her head and neck area with a hatchet that they found.
No.
And she was alive during that.
Uh-uh.
A pathologist was unable to determine what finally killed Tara, but the cause of death was massive blunt force and chop injuries of the head and neck, as well as manual strangulation.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So according to his story, he strangled first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always some truths.
Right. Isn't that awful?
That's so awful. So do you think that he wasn't successful at strangling her, so then he did the eyeball chopping thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what killed her?
I guess.
Did she? Oh.
I don't know. I think it was a combination of things.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah. So Chris told investigators that Tara's body was inside his trailer in Berks County, Pennsylvania.
No way. Like they were knocking on the door and she was just laying in there?
His dad went inside.
Oh, yeah. How'd he not find her?
Girl.
What?
How'd he not find her?
Where was she?
So, okay. Before we get there,
Okay.
Chris was left overnight at the hospital.
After this?
Yeah.
After this?
Yep.
What?
Yep. They were like, all right.
It's not like he could just leave.
Thanks.
He could. But he could.
He could, yeah. So they're like, thanks. See you later, right? He was left overnight at the hospital, and then the next day, which was November 2nd, the officers returned and placed him under arrest and transferred him to the county jail. But,
Okay,
like,
so
what
he
the
didn't
fuck?
bail.
No, he didn't bail. But, like, what the fuck? They're
Yeah.
just like, cool. Good story. Oh, shit, we didn't bring him with us? You
They're
didn't
like,
get him?
Did
You
they
didn't
tell
put
the
him in the
charge
car?
nurse, let me know if this guy gets out?
Right? How crazy.
That is insane.
But-
Also, could you imagine being a nurse or a doctor
And
working on
knowing?
him and
Yeah.
knowing that he just killed somebody, and you got to also make sure he's okay?
Yeah. But he's in a psych ward, so I'm hoping that they're, like, equipped to deal with that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Right.
They're like, oh, he's not in his right mind.
Right. So police head on over to his house, right? And upon arrival, they notice dried blood and a bad odor.
Oh, no. Because how many days has it been?
This is now the 2nd.
Oh.
November 2nd from
it's not even hot
the 31st. 30th to 31st. Yeah. We don't know when. That'll start to smell by then. And so
probably.
Inside, they found Tara deceased, wrapped in a comforter under a rug. Her face was smashed in.
Wait.
Yeah. Okay, go on. You can say it.
There's just a giant lump under the rug, and his dad was like, what a lovely rug.
I don't know.
In a room he didn't enter?
Maybe Chris kept an unkempt house.
Sure, but like...
Maybe a body under a rug?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe he didn't want to know.
He might not have wanted to know.
And he was like, here's your clue. I'm going to step away.
I did see one article that said it was in a bedroom, so maybe he didn't go into the bedroom.
Damn, how big this trailer? It's got a rug in the bedroom.
See, that's why I don't really believe it.
Yeah, and there's no way.
Because that
any
rug
trailer I lived
fit.
in, you couldn't put a rug anywhere.
Not in a single wide.
Not in a single wide, no way.
Unless you put it down before the bed,
But 2017, that's relatively, they make them way nicer now. I always lived in like 1960 trailers.
That's true, right?
1970 trailers. They're like, my dad is like, we're going to renovate it. And I'm like, it's
just cardboard.
Pretty old.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a nice one. I don't actually know how to judge trailers.
I got your back.
Yeah, you need to look at it. I'll give you the address.
A trailer connoisseur. By default.
So her face had been smashed in. And some items to note from the search are a marijuana joint, several earrings. I know. Not a marijuana cigarette.
Marijuana.
Several earrings, a tooth, broken glass from a mirror, a bloody 25-pound weight, a bloody hatchet, and a dictionary open to the word insane.
Oh, well, I mean, how did they know he wasn't looking up another I-N word?
Yeah.
Like, instant.
Nope. Yeah. It wouldn't be on that page. It could have been. I don't know how many
I know. I don't either, actually. I've never read a dictionary.
I have.
Front to back.
Front to back. I have not done front to back, but that was our punishment for a while.
To read the dictionary?
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dad.
That is awful. What'd you do? You must have deserved it.
Learned, bitch. I learned.
No. I mean, what did you do
to deserve it?
Yeah.
Probably. Well, I don't know. I did a lot of stupid shit. Probably covered for my brother for the most part, though.
God, don't they always get us into the worst trouble?
Yeah.
Seriously.
So Chris was charged with first-degree murder and related offenses. Mm-hmm. And the jury commenced on May 10th, 2021. The defense pleaded insanity, calling witnesses to testify Chris's character and reputation, including 2 doctors.
Honestly, I'm thinking he's going to get insanity.
So one of the doctors, aware of Chris's bipolarism, diagnosed Chris with schizoaffective disorder as well.
Okay. See, that's why I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. From
Seems
Google, that schizoaffective disorder is a mental health condition that's marked by a mix of schizophrenia symptoms, such as hallucinations and delusions, and mood disorder symptoms, such as depression, mania, and a milder form of mania called hypomania.
Okay.
Now we know.
Apparently,
Chris had told him that Tara was possessed by a dark spirit.
Uh-oh.
And he was trying to free her. Chris said that he did not leave the state to flee, but because he had other government missions to complete, and the farm that he was found on was part of his training.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep.
It's all coming together now.
We need a combine harvester.
Yeah.
Another doctor who evaluated Chris said that he was one of the 2 most psychotic people he had ever encountered.
Really? That's crazy.
He explained that Chris knew what he was doing, but not that what he was doing was wrong. When he brutally murdered Tara, he thought that he was being helpful by liberating her soul.
That's crazy.
He also agreed that Chris suffered from severe schizoaffective disorder.
Yeah.
And on September 14th, 2021, Chris was sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder.
What?
Yep, he got life. He did not get off for insanity.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
I'm a little shocked. Did he get put in like a psych ward kind of facility? Are they helping him?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
I mean, he might be on medications for these disorders.
So. Yeah, and maybe level them out.
Yeah.
That's actually, I don't know how I feel about it. Like,
but who are those 2 doctors that say he's the most psychotic person they've ever met?
I want him to be in a facility for life.
Mm-hmm. But not necessarily prison.
Yeah, because, like, that seems pretty fucked up if he doesn't know, right?
Yeah,
like,
if he genuinely thought that he was being a good person.
Yeah, like, let's go. I don't know. And maybe you can't rehab it, so it's like, just throw him in there. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem safe for him.
No.
Not that I need, like, what he did is awful. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, trying to protect him, but just trying to, like, advocate for mental illness. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Why don't we help people?
Yeah. But, I mean, if he's on medications and stuff.
Yeah, if he's on medications and he levels out, I still feel like he needs to be watched. Like, you're too fucking... like, he cannot...
It's
That's
like
why I
the
want him to be
bus
locked
guy.
away somewhere forever. But, like,
Yeah.
hopefully it's a facility that can handle that shit, man.
Right?
I'm sure it is.
Like, are they equipped for that?
Yeah.
He was also imposed consecutive sentences of 2.5 to 5 years imprisonment for each count of possessing an instrument of crime.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
I wonder how Tara's family feels. Like, are they happy with it?
Oh, with his life sentence?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure they're not happy.
No. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, God. No, not that she got
No.
harmed. But because I feel like if I were a family member, I wouldn't give a fuck about his mental state.
Oh, no, me either. Yeah. Like, I
feel
wonder if they feel if justice was
served
or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the most psycho
Person that they've
you've
ever...
yeah, that's kind of great. That
That's-
sounds scary.
Yeah.
Maybe prison is the only place for him.
Right?
Yeah, that's scary.
So Chris filed an appeal on October 8th, 2021, which was less than a month later.
Okay.
And
It's like, you guys got it all wrong.
like, come on. And the court was like, you need to be more specific. Like, you can't just be like, no, disagree.
There was, like, no supporting evidence or anything?
No, he was just like, I
no.
appeal. And appeal it to,
Can you turn this paperwork in for me?
hello, I'd like to not do that.
It's like a sticky note with the word appeal.
Right? And so 6 days later, he filed a more specific
Oh, okay.
appeal. And they responded with basically like, no, you're still guilty. Like, yeah, you still did it.
Yeah.
Chris said he was determined guilty solely because he smoked weed.
Oh, well, I'm not going to believe what Chris says, so.
No, I agree, but isn't that crazy?
But do you think it had something to do with his guilt? Like,
could have
people didn't
been.
like it?
It could have been. I actually didn't Google if it was legal in Pennsylvania, but they found...
Probably not in 2017. That shit's like the last couple of years, right?
2017 was the last couple of years, it feels like. Was it not? Jesus
No.
Christ, how long has it been? 4, 5, 6,
We're
7? Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Hasn't it only been, like, legalized for fun, like, the last, like, 2 or 3 years?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
And I don't
it's
know
been
if
a little
Pennsylvania
longer.
is one of them. Or Illinois.
I mean, you could get, like, a medical card. It was around.
Yeah.
It was around everywhere, and you could easily access it.
But, like, everywhere? Like, in Pennsylvania?
Oh,
Or was that one of the, like, Massachusetts, has,
Yeah.
like, weird alcohol laws still? Is
Yeah,
it,
I
like,
don't know. I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't know.
I was thinking, like, California life.
Yeah, I should have Googled that. Didn't. Sorry. But they did note that they found a marijuana cigarette. So...
A marijuana cigarette?
So maybe it's a bigger deal than we... Or to
Oh, I
them than
definitely
we think, you know?
I think you made a really good point about the fact that we live in California, and I have never been more aware of how vastly different the rest of the country is until we went to
Just last
Massachusetts.
week, yeah.
Yeah, like it reminds you, because a lot of our traveling that we do is on this coast.
Yeah.
And then, like, we'll go to Minnesota, but it's all with family. So I feel comfortable and all of that. Like, I'm safe. I'm in a safe space. I could say whatever, and they know me. And then, like, with your aunts and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be on my best behavior. They are, like, the kindest people in this whole, like, it's just like the whole world is different.
Yeah.
Like, here is so crass that I don't give a rip, you know?
Yeah,
Kick rocks. But I go there and I'm like, I want to be so respectful to everybody.
Like, oh, everyone is
This
so...
is the sweetest place
proper.
I've ever been. They're so proper.
Yeah.
And, you know,
So maybe it's like that.
yeah.
Maybe they have the they look down upon it more or something. Or
100%.
you know.
I bet that's what it is. That's a really good point.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
There you are.
There you are. There you have it.
There you have it now.
What the fuck? That
Yeah.
sucks.
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
Tara. My
Yeah.
God.
Big age difference. There's
I
a
wonder-
reason.
I wonder if he was, like, nice and stuff. You know?
To
like-
her,
Yeah,
right?
when he was not having... But she didn't want to marry him. But also,
She was
that could be a
she was in
normal-
the prime of her life. She was
Yeah.
19. She was seeing other people.
And how long had they dated? You said
3 months.
Yeah.
3 or 5 on the long end.
Yeah, either way.
I would have said no,
no.
too, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, that's kind of scary. I feel like I've dated people like that.
Yeah, for sure. And then when he said that she allegedly said, well, you should just kill me, I could
That part's weird.
No, it's weird, but I could see a 19-year-old person being like, yeah, well, and I'm also seeing other people, and him being like, how could you do this to me? And her being like, well, why don't you just fucking kill me? Like, oh, I'm the worst person.
Yeah.
You know? Like, well, why don't, you know, I could see like that kind of an argument.
Yeah, I could also see it going, like, I'm putting myself in that scenario if he were to say, I'm gonna fucking kill you or something like
well,
he
then just
snaps.
fucking do it.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
like try and call a
okay.
bluff, you know?
Yeah.
Why don't you just fucking kill me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't really know what he's capable of because you've never seen a mental break.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your first one you witness is a very violent one.
That's scary.
That is awfully terrifying.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel kind of bad for, like, it gives, like, a bad rap for the mental illness world. Like, Jesus, there had to be other things wrong in his childhood and shit before that.
I would think, yeah. But if he has a history of having these mental breaks or...
A history of violence?
Well, I don't know if he had a history of violence necessarily, but he should have been on some kind of medication. And I don't know if he was, I guess, so
yeah,
there's that.
Right.
Sorry for not doing all of my research. Dylan, why didn't you find out if he was on medication?
I'm sure he was
Why didn't
not.
you Google if weed was legal?
Aaron,
I'm just kidding.
He was found fucking trying to break into a currently occupied home.
Right?
So,
No,
wait.
tractor.
Yeah. It was a tractor?
Bitch, it was a tractor, a combine harvester.
With the
farmer in it.
I thought you said the farm house, like the
No.
farm barn, farm area.
A farm
He was
equipment.
literally
Combine.
harvester. A combine
a
harvester.
tractor. He was like, I'm going to take off on this because my truck broke down. And he tried to get the farmer out. And the farmer was like, 911?
What's your emergency? Oh my God, that's way wilder.
This man from the government is trying to break into my tractor.
I don't know his fucking plan here, but I don't know what his fucking, what's that mission?
Mission
What
is.
his mission is.
Yeah. But apparently it has to do with my tractor. And I don't really want to give it up because those bitches are expensive.
I can only imagine. They're very large.
They're very large.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Jesus
So I doubt
Christ.
he was on medication.
Yeah,
You're right.
no way.
You're right.
Well, goddamn.
Goddamn.
So, if you want to go check out what Chris Tucker looks like, if we could have a side-by-side of Chris Tuckers.
Chris and Christopher. Side by side, they do not look alike.
No? If you want to check out pictures pertaining to Erin/Dylan's case, you can go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can also email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com. Oh, please go join our Facebook group. It's called the Goddamn Pod Group. I haven't been on there in a minute. I need to get on there.
Yeah, you do.
Have you been on there?
No.
I
do
need to get
too.
on there.
I pop in every once in a while and like stuff, and then I haven't had the mental capabilities to do much lately, but
I know,
we're
right?
getting there.
But anyway, come hang out. Sometimes Erin and I pop in and say hi. And everybody else, too, is there. So all the fucking names we mention in here throughout the entire podcast. But anyway, okay, so go join the pod group on Facebook. And you can snail mail us shit if you would like at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
And as always, we love you guys.
Bye.
Toodles.